Filing for divorce in Wisconsin is actually a pretty simple process. There are just a couple of documents that you need to fill out. I'm going to put a link in the description below this video if you want to download them, print them out, fill them out, and file them yourself. An attorney can also take care of this for you. We typically use our own forms. They're a little bit more complicated, but there's nothing wrong with the state forms and they get the job done. All right, so the first document you're going to file is called a summons and petition for divorce. It's technically two documents, but they're merged as one. The summons basically lets the other party know that they're being summoned to court. You filed a divorce action. The petition is where you fill out basic biographical information, the facts, what your allegations are, and what you're asking for, such as divorce, property division, child support, etc. The next document you're going to have to fill out and file is called a confidential petition addendum. And that's just a simple one-page document that lists the names of the parties and any children, dates of birth, and social security numbers. That gets filed with the court under seal, meaning it's confidential, and also goes off to the state. Sometimes you may also need to file what's called a motion for temporary orders or an order to show cause for temporary orders if there are certain temporary issues that need to be resolved while the case is pending and you and your spouse can't seem to agree on how to resolve those things, such as who gets to live in the house, where the children are going to be, who's going to pay what bills, and the like. Because the divorce process can take a while, we need to make sure that there are either agreements or temporary court orders outlined by the court, and that's one way that you're going to be able to get those. But again, it's not mandatory. That's only if you can't resolve temporary issues. So you file the summons and petition for divorce, you file the confidential petition addendum, and you may or may not file a motion or order to show cause for temporary orders. Those get filed with the court. You're going to have to pay a filing fee, which varies by county. It's around $200 for most counties. And then the papers will come back and they need to be served. And process serving and the timelines outlined under the statutes for service vary depending on your situation. But generally the sheriff's office can help you with that. Once the other party is served with those divorce papers, that officially starts the clock on a 120-day waiting period. And that is a minimum waiting period under Wisconsin law. You may not be divorced within 120 days. It does not mean that you will be divorced on the 121st day or the 120th day. It's just a minimum waiting period. So that starts the clock on that process, and from there you move on to filling out financial statements and having court hearings, etc. But that's the process for initiating and starting the divorce process. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to walk you through that process as well.